When the pandemic first started back in March, I was living in Cincinnati, and I remember it was about a week in and I was feeling all sorts of emotion. And so after being tied in my house for a week, I got in my car and I drove to a park that was 5 minutes from my house, and I got out of my car and I kind of just walked around by myself. There wasn't really anyone there. In this park, it overlooked the whole city of Cincinnati. It's a beautiful place, and I remember sitting there, and it was the first time, detached from my phone, detached from my laptop or a television screen, that it was just kind of me and my thoughts. And I remember just starting to pray to God in the midst of this tough season that I had just been thrusted into like the rest of the world. And I pulled out my phone and I started looking through and reading scripture as I'm just sitting there praying to God. And this passage jumped out at me from 1 Peter 5, where it says, "Casting all your anxieties on him because he cares for you." And that verse struck a chord with me that day. Because when life gets difficult, oftentimes we hear all this noise around us. And the noise, it's hard to hear what God might be saying to you, and it's hard to cast your anxieties on him because all you're thinking about is the noise. And so for me, I had to take a step back, go to a quiet place to connect with God. And maybe you're in the midst of a tough season right now, or maybe you've gone through tough seasons and you know that you don't always handle them the best and you want a tip. And my tip for you today is that when life gets hard and when the noise feels like too much, we need to take a step back and go someplace quiet. Someplace quiet, whether that's a park, a room in your house where no one else is, a back porch. That's one of my favorite places to go and get quiet and center myself with God. Someplace where it's just you and him, and you can do what that verse says: cast your anxieties on the Lord because he cares for you. I love that scripture refers to God as a good father, a father who wants to take care of his children. And any good father who cares for his children wants to know their concerns. And even though God knows us, he's okay with us presenting those concerns out loud and verbally. So I don't know what it is for you today, or what it has been. But my guess is there's something on your heart that's bothering you. And so I want you to take a step back. Find someplace quiet today. Just you and God. Maybe it's in your car with it turned off and you're just sitting there. Maybe it's your back porch. Maybe it's a park. But wherever it is, I want you to get someplace quiet. Reflect on that verse from 1 Peter that says we can cast all our anxieties on him because he cares for us. And I want you to give whatever you're struggling with to God. Because when we lay what we're struggling with at the foot of the cross to a Father who says he cares for us, that's when we can start to hear from him. When we cut out the noise from our life and lean in to the fact that we have a Father who loves us, that's when we can find peace. Hey, I hope you have a great week.